Hi. So, I thought it would be a cool idea to show you this motif that I've just been, messing around with, that I came up with, and, show you what it is, but also kind of analyze it and break it down a little bit, just so you can kind of understand it on, like, a fundamental level, because then you can do more with it. It's like just learning the motifs or the licks alone obviously is good for your vocabulary and all that, but to really break them down sometimes and see what makes them unique can, I think, definitely expand your knowledge about music and what you can do with it. So, just to kind of show you what it's like quickly, just a basic thing. I'm doing this in like C sharp minor, C sharp Dorian type thing. I have this simple loop. So the basic thing is basically this. It's just, you can expand it, you can extend it with other stuff, whatever. I'm starting on the upbeat, but you can do it on the downbeat. Right? So, just to kind of show you what it is really quickly, I'll just play the lick really slowly, and hopefully you can break it down or, figure it out. It's like... and not that this is the biggest deal, but you definitely want to pay attention to the right hand, left hand technique, how I'm like picking here, then sliding this one, picking. Okay, so the thing that I think makes this cool, or the reason why I want to make a video about it, is basically if you look at those notes. So the first note, if you look at it in relationship to C sharp Dorian, the first note is just a passing tone. This one, okay, it's the sharp 5 from C sharp, or I'm sorry, it's the flat 5, but yeah, so then it slides into this, which is the 5th, so from here, it has that same note again, and then, so if I just took this note and moved it here, just from a melodic analyzation point of view, the notes are basically for the first part, and then it just kind of moves down a 4th and then a 5th, so it's kind of doing it, I'm only doing it in 2 parts. It's just like the first section, and then I'm moving it down a 4th diatonically, and the next one it's like an octave from where the first one was, so it's basically just the same as the first, but just down an octave. Sorry. Okay, but it doesn't really matter if the first one is a passing tone, but basically, though, if you look at what that is, it's very simple, and it's just small melodic fragments, but here's why I think it's cool, for 2 reasons. First of all, the fact that you're playing the same note twice, but doing it on different strings. It doesn't actually necessarily have to be done on different strings, but it definitely, phrasing-wise, has an interesting effect, okay? And another cool thing about it is this. Forgetting the fact that you're playing consecutive, like 2 of the same consecutive notes in your phrasing on like 2 different strings, but let's just say like you just thought of that in general, just in terms of musical phrasing, just having lines where you have 2 notes in a row. Like people do that sometimes, but when you put it like especially in the middle of the line, that has a very unique effect to the flow of the line. And the reason why I think is because it's affecting how it's sounding rhythmically, because let's say you have like, okay, so for this fragment, forgetting the fact that you play that second note twice, if you just look at the range of notes, like that's basically the range, right? And the fact, rhythmically you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before you get to that. So, and it's 16th notes. So typically, even if you still had that passing tone, without that double, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 5 16th notes instead of 4. So that's sort of like a little tweak in the way lines move, because the extra added note is throwing off like the numbers of notes where you would typically have, I guess, if you were just playing, lines and just streams without any consecutive notes in a row. So it changes the phrasing, and you're fitting a smaller amount of notes or range of notes into a time with using more notes, though, so you expand it rhythmically. I know that sounded kind of convoluted, but I'm kind of hammering in the point, so hopefully you can get what I'm saying. So that's like a unique thing about it that I think makes it interesting in terms of the phrasing. That combined with the fact that, you're doing these little slides and you're bringing it down diatonically, you know, but you can even just experiment with that. Like I said, once you kind of get the idea, you can tweak the lines and do completely different lines, or you can alter them. For example, instead of doing the original one, what if I did something where I did like a tritone, where it was like, you know, whatever. But you get the idea. But just that, even the line itself, again, like I said before, it's just an interesting motif rhythmically, the way it flows. Okay, so I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. I thought it was a cool idea to kind of share this with you. Even just again, it's a cool lick. I think you might enjoy it. But when you analyze it and you kind of see what it is, you can definitely learn more from it, and it's just something good to keep in mind. So, all right, that's it.